Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It's almost Christmas and we made it to the weekend. Y'all got a minute for Jesus? Today we're going to read out of 2 Corinthians 1, 3 through 7. And it says, "All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is our merciful Father and the source of all comfort. He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. For the more we suffer for Christ, the more God will shower us with his comfort through Christ. Even when we are weighed down with troubles, it is for your comfort and salvation. For when we ourselves are comforted, we will certainly comfort you. Then you can patiently endure the same things we suffer. We are confident that as you share in our sufferings, you will also share in the comfort God gives us." That is so good. That is so good and so reassuring. So let's break it down what it means to me and what it means to be in search of joy, okay? So when you're in a pit and you just can't seem to get out of it and you don't know where to turn and you're just depressed and you're speaking that over your life and you're just at the end of your rope, you have a confidence to stand on right here that he is your comfort. That when you are suffering, if you run to him, he's going to comfort you. But is your heart open to accept that comfort? Are you believing that he's your comfort? Because I can tell you from experience, you can find comfort anywhere you want in this world and it will not do. I've tried everything. There's nothing I haven't tried, and I never found comfort. But when I ran to Jesus, I found the exact comfort that my soul was searching for. So let's break it down. Verse 3, "All praise to God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is our merciful Father and the source of all comfort." So that's telling us, yesterday we talked about mercy, which is his patience with us. So that's telling us that he is patient and he is willing to give comfort. He is literally waiting for you to run to him to comfort you. And then it continues, "He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort that God has given us." So, a lot of times we're like, man, why do I have to go through this? Like, why is this happening to me? There is purpose in the pain. Just for perfect example, I am a delivered drug addict, okay? So with that being said, I can speak to drug addicts about what they're going through because I understand. Whereas somebody that's going through being hospitalized and stuff like that, I've never had surgery in my life. So I can give them compassion and I can, suffer through it with them and give them guidance, but I cannot fully relate to that because I have never been through that. So when we go through these things and we run to God as our comfort, we get a comfort that is so supernatural and so surreal that it overtakes you with the comfort that you have going through something so badly that when we come across somebody else that needs that help and you have experience in, there is purpose through that pain. And one thing that I love is to be able to tell an addict, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Are you willing to reach for that light? And so we might not understand why we go through the things that we go through, but if we endure them with God's comfort and God's mercy, you're going to soon figure out what was the purpose in the pain. Then in verse 5, it continues, "For the more we suffer for Christ, the more God will shower us with his comfort through Christ." So to me, what that just means to me is that no matter what we go through, like you can't, and I felt this way, but I always said, okay, well, he's not going to still be here. Like, I'm still suffering. He's got somebody else to worry about. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. The more we suffer and the more we cry out for him, he's going to come comfort you. He's going to have compassion, which is to suffer with you. He is going to walk through every trial and every tribulation with you if you allow him to. If you allow him to, if you open your heart to him and say, I need help, if you put your pride to the side and say, I need help. Verse 6, even when we are weighed down with troubles, it is your comfort and your salvation. For when we ourselves are comforted, we will certainly comfort you. Then you can patiently endure the things that we suffer. So this is telling me, this is like almost like a praise report. Like, it is for your comfort and your salvation that I made it through this. And without God's comfort and without, just my salvation to him and my willingness to bow down at his feet, that I had really been delivered of a lot of things. And it was a change of heart, a change of mind, a change of life the moment I did that. And it has been the best choice that I have made. I don't worry the same. I don't stress the same. I don't cry the same. Because in the moment of that, if I'm dropping to my knees because I am so weighed down, you best believe when my knees hit that floor, I'm running to him. I am running to him and I'm asking him, just help me, guide me. I know there's purpose in this pain, but I need your help right now to get me through this pain, because I don't feel that me and the flesh can do it. But I know through you, all things are possible. And I know you have purpose in this pain. And when we stand on that confidence, we get to look at our situations a little differently, because then it's not necessarily a drag, but there's a light at the end of the tunnel that we get to see. So when that drug addict does come along and I get to minister to them, everything that I went through it ends in a smile, because guess what? Anytime somebody gives their life to God, all of heaven's rejoice. So when I know that, when I get to watch God's hand work, it just brings pure joy to my heart, and everything that I went through was worth it. So just imagine how Jesus felt on that cross, because I promise you, he endured way more pain, way more hurt, and way more mean words than we ever will. But when it was all said and done, he smiled, and his job was done. And when we go through it with that mindset, it makes it so much more easier. It really is a comfort that I can't explain, but I would love for you to experience it. And then verse 7, we are confident that as you share in our sufferings, you will also share in the comfort God gives us. So that is one of my favorite parts of all of this, because that is pure compassion, and to me, just promise. Like, it literally says that we are confident. So we are confident that God is going to have compassion and walk through it with us. He's not just going to wait on the other side and say, come here, come here, come here. No, he's going to walk through the trial and tribulation with you, okay? So with that being said, that when we really surrender to him and we allow him to have compassion and walk through it with us and suffer with us, on the other end is the comfort that he has been trying to give you. And I just pray today that you experience God in a way you've never experienced. And I pray that God just gives you the comfort that you need in this season. And whoever needs to hear this, I pray that you just run into your Father's arms, because I promise you, he is waiting for you there. Y'all have a blessed Friday.